Curative asanas for varicose veins. Number 1, Shirshasana and cycle. Number 2, Sarvangasana and cycle. Both have been made and posted in our channel. The link will be given in the description box. Virasana. Kneel on the floor. Keep the knees together and spread the feet about 18 inches apart. Rest the buttocks on the floor, but not the body on the feet. The feet are kept by the side of the thighs, the inner side of each calf touching the outer side of its respective thigh. Keep the toes pointing back and touching the floor. Keep the wrist on the knees, palms facing up. And join the tips of the thumbs and forefingers. Keep the other fingers extended. Stretch the back erect. Stay in this pose as long as you can with deep and even breathing. Then rest the palms on the knees for a while. Now interlock the fingers and stretch the arms straight over the head, palms up. Stay in this position for a minute with deep breathing. This asana is good for meditation and pranayam. Also cures rheumatic pains in the knees and gout, and is also good for flat feet. Exhale, release the finger lock, place the palms on the sole, bend forward and rest the chin on the knees. Stay in this pose for a minute. Inhale, raise the trunk up and relax. Sit in Dandasana. Supta Virasana. Sit in Virasana. Exhale. Recline the trunk back and rest the elbows one by one on the floor. Relieve the pressure on the elbows one after the other by extending the arms. At first, rest the crown of the head on the floor. Gradually, rest the back of the head and then the back on the floor. Take the arms over the head and stretch them out straight. Hold this pose as long as you can while breathing deeply. This asana stretches the abdominal organs and the pelvic region. It is recommended for athletes and also who have to walk or stand about for long hours. Now, place the arms beside the trunk, press the elbows to the floor and sit up again. The hands may be stretched over the head or placed beside the thighs. Straighten the legs and sit in Dandasana. Paryank Asana. Sit in Virasana. Exhale. Recline the trunk back and rest the elbows one by one on the floor. Lift the head and neck and arcing the back up, rest only crown of the head on the floor. No part of the trunk should be on the floor. Bend the arms at the elbows. Hold with the right hand the left upper arm near the elbow and with the left hand the right upper arm near the elbow. Rest the folded arms on the floor behind the head. Stay in this pose for a minute with even breathing. As in Matsyasana and Paryankasana, the dorsal region is fully extended so that the lungs are well expanded. Those who cannot perform Matsyasana will derive the same benefits from this asana. Inhale, rest the trunk and neck on the floor, release the hands and sit up in Virasana. Now straighten the legs one by one and sit in Dandasana. Bhek Asana. Lie full length on the floor, on the stomach. Face downwards. Stretch the arms back. Exhale. Bend the knees and move the heels towards the hip. Hold the sole of the right foot with the right hand and the sole of the left foot with the left hand. Exhale. Lift the head and trunk from the floor and look up. Now turn the hands so that the palms touch the upper part of the feet and the toes and fingers point to the head. Push the hands further down and bring the toes and heels closer to the ground. Keep the arms from the wrist to the elbows perpendicular. Remain in this pose for 15 to 20 seconds, but do not hold the breath. The abdominal organs get benefit from this asana as they are pressed against the floor. The knees become firmer and this asana relieves pain in the knee joints. It also gives relief when there is any internal dearrangement of the knee joints. This asana also relieves pain in the heels. Exhale. Release the palms from the feet. Stretch the legs. Relax and sit in Dandasana.